Hey dudes! Finally got Vote of Glass done. F yes. Met some guys from Australia as well, and we just smashed through it. It makes a huge difference when you're not running it with 25s and 26s. Anyway, right here I've got some footage of me going 4.2 KD spread in a match of control. I am being defensive around C flag, but still I thought it was nice, and I know that a lot of people liked my hand cannon tips. So in this particular one, I'm using Thorn. Another thing, people keep reviewing guns and giving them horrible reviews, but they're reviewing guns that aren't leveled up. It's almost like leveling up a game. Reviewing a game where you're level 1, you run around the map for a little bit and go, well, I couldn't do shit, and then that's it. You know, you've got to level these guns up to the max ability so that you can see what they do before you bloody review them. You can't say, oh, I picked up this exotic auto rifle and, well, it shoots really fast, yeah, well, cool, great. But you haven't had any abilities on it, so your review's absolutely pointless. And that goes for about 90% of review videos of weapons on YouTube, none of which have given really considerable views on them once they're fully upgraded. So I can say that Thorn upgraded is goddamn amazing. It is such a awesome gun. Holy hell. So I guess a good point to start would be the fact that it has that poison tick. Generally, when you have a one-on-one fight in PvP, you and some other dude are just absolutely like rimming each other with bullets, and usually one of you dies. It's either him or it's you, and the other person has very low health. Well, no more. When you have Thorn, you are always going to at least draw or win those fights because the poison tick, the amount of post-mortem kills that I've gotten since I got Thorn is absolutely amazing. So I'll sit there, bang, 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 bang. Someone will like lay me out flat, bang, and then the poison goes tick, 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 and they're dead too. Oh, fun and games. I've heard really good things about the bad juju. I personally got it a couple of days ago. I haven't fully upgraded it yet, but I'm using one of my tactics that I put in one of my tips videos where I just equipped it when I'm turning in bounties, and I'll just keep doing that until I unlock the instant reload on kill perk. As it says, when you kill someone with it, it instantly reloads. Because the issue with it right now is that the clip is just way too small. You're shooting a bunch of dudes, and then you have to, like, you'll reload in the middle of every firefight. Another thing that's kind of pointless is half the people reviewing non-leveled up exotics in PvP. Like, the weapons are scaled. It literally does not need a review at all. It's the same if you're like looking at an exotic auto rifle that hasn't been leveled up in PvP. It's just an auto rifle. There is nothing special about it. Has no special abilities. Personally, I guess my favorite weapon for just an all-round good time in PvP would probably be the Truth. It's got projectiles that it heat seek. So if you normally when you have a rocket launch, you do a double jump and you shoot at the ground. And the reason that you do that is because you want the blast radius to kill the person. Because if you're facing someone straight on and you fire a rocket at them and they jump, it's a waste of a rocket. But if you jump, shoot at the ground below them, it's going to impact one way or another. So even if they jump, they're going to get hurt. With Truth, it heat seeks, so people will jump up in the air. You can point it at them while they're in the air, shoot, and the rocket will chase them. It also detonates early if the bullet projects that it will kill someone by detonating early. So if you shoot a rocket across the map and it just happens to go past an enemy during its path, it will explode prematurely all over the dude's face. Which is absolutely fantastic. Freebie kills everywhere. And if you play cards right, you can shoot your rocket, get an early kill, and then shoot it again, get that kill that you're going to get anyway. I noticed that with my new rocket, the one that I got from the Vault of Glass, when I'm doing PvP, it gives me 3 bullets and they're all in the chamber, and that makes a huge difference. There's nothing worse than like picking up the super ammo and then the heavy ammo, and then dudes will just come up and then shoot you with a shotgun. Yeah, those thank God they're getting nerfed. But yeah, just very annoying. So having them all in the chamber straight away is an absolute godsend. Gee, Yeah, another thing is, if you're not going to use the heavy ammo, don't pick it up, because when you pick up the heavy ammo, if someone kills you, it drops it on the ground. So when you pick up heavy ammo and you don't use it, essentially you're just offering like a Domino's pizza delivery service of ammunition to the enemy. You just run up to them, they kill you. Hey, look, heavy ammo all over the floor. Lovely. So try, when possible, not to pick it up, or if you do pick it up, to use it as soon as possible. I mean, as soon as I pick up the heavy ammo, doesn't matter even if I would have gotten the kills with a hand cannon. I'll use the heavy straight away. Yeah. Apart from that, not much is really going on. I think a lot of people have been upset lately because there's been a lot of speculation about what's happening with the story, and there was apparently some incident where a quote unquote Bungie developer was on the Reddit forums and didn't ask me anything thread, which sounds a little bit far fetched. A lot of people are talking about how the head story writer for Bungie quit at the end of last year, 2013, and that because of that, there was a complete overhaul of the story. This makes no sense. No sense at all. There's no reason that if someone were to quit a job anywhere, that they would lose the work, because that's what their wage is for. You are getting paid to do a job. If he was doing a job for the last 5 years, and then quit, they're not going to scrap all his work, because that would make the fact that he was working there for 5 or 6 years completely pointless. And because it was Bungie's property, there would be no reason for him to take it. So I don't understand how anyone's coming up with this conclusion. It makes zero sense. But yeah, like, as far as the story goes, there have been some speculations, and it sounds, I'm not going to do any spoilers, but it sounds like it's going to be amazing. So avoid forums everywhere, because some guy was like, this is what the story was supposed to be, and I had a good read of it, thinking that it was an alternate to what we've had, but it actually sounds like it's the next path, like the next step in the story, which has just completely ruined it for me, like ruined the surprise. So yeah, anyway, back to the PvP. When you're shooting the Thorn, another absolutely awesome thing about it is the poison ticks do another thing, and that's they tell you where the enemy is. So if you were to shoot someone and they run around a corner, or they hide, or they jump onto a lower level or something like that, you'll still see the damage markers on top of them. So you'll see where they're traveling. You know exactly where they're going. If someone, for example, on this particular map, if you're standing at B, down there to the left, and looking up here where that tree is, through that tree, you can shoot someone, and they'll run away, they'll try to hide or whatever, but you can see them through the trees because of the damage markers, and therefore you can start shooting at leaves, and them penetrating the leaves, and you absolutely dousing some guy's jaw. So, just another awesome tip. Gee. Yeah, I guess a lot of people have been complaining about Arcblade 2, but I guess that's just the nature of video games everywhere. I think Destiny really needs a QQ whiny forum for people that just want to complain about stuff, because the forums are just, every second post is just some kind of pour out letter of entitlement. Oh no, why can't I, Fist of Havoc 7 times in a row, or some goofy stuff like that. Alright, just doing a lot of back and forth here. I know this looks a little bit tedious, but you've got to have different playstyles for different maps. Me personally, I like the try to guard 2 points. So right there, I was looking at C, come back out here, look down at B, and then I'll try to look through this gap. See? Try to get some poison tickers, or at least help anyone out that's going to go in that general area. And as soon as that's done, I'll head on back to C. But as you can see just there, you can see the damage markers. Heavy ammo here is a godsend, because like this guy does, you can shoot it straight through that crack, and you'll see he gets a kill there, rocket kill. So if you do pick up the heavy ammo there, and you know that people are taking B, that's just an easy kill straight through, because the blast radius will always clean up. So here I am heading back to C. I'm just, like I was saying before, do a couple of jumps before you're shooting your rocket. That way you get it every time. Unfortunately, I'm not using truth in this particular game, because I'm using Thorn. And because of that, I'm using this rocket launcher. This is the rocket launcher I was talking about. We get 3 in the tube. Awesome stuff. But yeah, it does require the necessity of jumping before shooting. I actually learnt that, like earlier Call of Duty games, you can reload cancel on this. I don't do it in this particular video, but as soon as your finger puts that ammo in that chamber, before your gun flicks to the right, if you do a quick sprint, it'll cancel the reload and your gun's reloaded. So another just tip for those super elite players that always want to be on top and that kind of thing. I think the game's pretty good. PvP seems a little bit unbalanced because I'm doing so well. It's not a normal thing. I think that I'm just getting talentless kills because of the way the game mechanics of it laid out, and it's really not that hard to get headshots, and it seems that the radius of people's heads are larger than the actual head. So when I'm trying to shoot for a headshot, I don't actually try to shoot them directly in the head. I seem to, well, I've started to shoot just above it because it seems to always get consistent headshot damage, and I'll always get precision kills in PvE doing the same thing, not aiming for, you know, their nose, but just aiming for the top of their hair, and that'll almost always get you a headshot. So here, like, obviously Arc Blade does suck when someone's flying at you, but the best thing that you can do, shoot the dude a few times, and as soon as he's about to hit you, do a double jump, because as a person that uses Arc Blade, it's incredibly difficult to try to get someone that's being sneaky and kind of jumping up and down. And I know in the last my hand cannon PvP video I said don't jump up and down. Yeah, dude, if there's an arc blade coming at your mouth, then get the fuck out of the way. Do a jump. Because or else you're just going to end up on the floor. So here, got my supercharge, arc blade. Hell yeah, let's see what we can do. Oh, game over. Okay, well, you know, it was a pretty good game, very defensive strategy. Obviously, if that was something like a clash match, I probably wouldn't be doing that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, hang back, watch 2 points. I always say go for 2 points, not 3, because 3's just, it's too hard. You're going to get overwhelmed. And you make yourself too vulnerable. If you have a nice little corner, you control the map. You can see everything. You know what's going down. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in Destiny.